Hello everyone, I'm Will and this is Norton Film and Review. So today I'm going to be talking to you about family film. There's so much happened over the last 3 months and I've got so much to tell you, so strap in, let's get cracking. Number 1 is Space Jam 2. If you've never seen the first film, make sure you watch it during this isolation period. It's a great film featuring the Looney Tunes of the Warner Brothers universe and stars Michael Jordan. But they are currently making number 2 with LeBron James. Now, a lot of people at first were like, do we need another one? Well, trust me, once I heard all of the news and all of the information that keeps coming out about this film, I'm so excited. Number 1, yes, we've got LeBron James. He's an incredible basketball player and he's hilarious. If you've seen the film Trainwrecked, you'll know exactly what I mean. He's absolutely hilarious in it and he's a very good actor. He knows exactly what he's doing, so I know that he'll do a good job in this film. Other things that I needed to let you know. 1, we recently found out that the villain looks like it's going to be Don Cheadle. Now, Don Cheadle has been featured in a lot of films recently that you will know of, such as Iron Man, Avengers, etc. And is a great actor in his own right. It was actually leaked by someone else by accident and is now being retracted a little bit. What we don't know is it actually official that he's going to be the villain? We don't know. Is he going to be in it as himself, or is he going to be voicing an animated character like Danny DeVito did in the original Space Jam as the coach for the Monstars, which was the villain's team? Interesting. The other exciting thing about this film is some leaked images that have spread across the internet. So if you haven't seen these images yet, I'm going to be showing you them shortly. But just to give you a brief, Warner Brothers owns so much content, so many characters and so many films, and it looks like Space Jam 2 is going to feature as many as possible. And here's those images for you. Number 1, as you can see, we've got the mask. Is it being played by Jim Carrey? We don't know. It looks like he's also got a referee shirt on. Is he going to be the ref in it? Is he going to be someone at the sidelines? How's he going to fit into the story? We don't know. The next one is the Wicked Witch of the West, another character owned by Warner Brothers and was also featured in films like The Wizard of Oz. I'm very excited instantly from seeing these two on their involvement within the Space Jam story. But then we go into some other characters. Look at this. Number 1, Pennywise from the It films and the Joker, which looks like the style of Joker from Suicide Squad played by Jared Leto. Is it going to be him? I very much doubt it, but it looks like they're going to be using so many different properties from Warner Brothers films and placing them within Space Jam 2. I'm talking about this a lot because I'm just really excited to see what they're going to do. Something that 3C Films pointed out, and if you don't follow him already or subscribe to his channel, do head over to it. It's 3C Films. He's got endless amounts of videos and he is absolutely brilliant about all of his news and knowledge. Anyway, he was saying that some of the information that has been leaked recently, or you can actually see quite clearly, is on IMDb with regards to the cast and people who are playing what roles. One of them in particular is a Warner Brothers assistant. This leads me to think, is this film going to be a film within a film about a film company making a film? That sounds bizarre. Let me try and break it down a little bit further. With all of these characters out there, is it going to be about these characters wanting to be rebooted, remade, and therefore they're the ones getting the film pushed and made forward and then getting a superstar like LeBron James to be featured in the film? Is it then that are going, right, we need to be making a new film and I know how to do it. Let's go to Warner Brothers, let's speak to them and we'll get everyone involved. And in characters like The Mask or the Wicked Witch of the West goes, well, do you know what, we haven't done anything for ages. We want to be on the big screen too. Can we be in your film? That's just a thought running through my head at the moment. There's so much going on. Please keep an eye out. I will let you know any more Space Jam 2 news as soon as I do. I'm so excited to see what they're going to do. And fingers crossed, it's going to be a good film. Moving on. Lilo and Stitch live action remake. Right. It looks like this film was going to go directly to Disney+. Now, some of you may be excited for this, but for me, I'm a little disappointed. I love the original cartoon. It was absolutely fantastic, very, very funny, very emotional, and something completely different for Disney at its time of release. I thought it was brilliant, and it's actually one of my favourite Disney films of all time. Do we need a live action remake of this? I don't know if you've seen the new Lady and the Tramp that is on the Disney Plus channel. I'm not a fan of that sort of style of film with regards to real animals being used and mouse added, but it's not my sort of thing. That's nothing against the film, but personally, this film in particular, Lady and the Tramp, I didn't think needed to be remade. The cartoon is so iconic in its own right, and I didn't think it was needed. But if you let me know, did you enjoy The Lady and the Tramp? And do you think we need a live action Lilo and Stitch? Drop a comment below. Let's have a chat. Let me know what you think. Next up is Curious George. If you don't know this character, it is very American and very popular over there, more so than here. There is plenty of books that kids have had over the years, and they actually made a film on it back in 2006 with Will Ferrell as the keeper, and it actually features the love interest, I believe, of Drew Barrymore. It's all about a curious monkey that goes around looking at different things and gets his owner or keeper into trouble. It's good fun for kids and what have you, and I actually watched the 2006 version when it was released because I'm a fan of Will Ferrell and was interested to see him in this sort of role. We're going to get a live action version of this instead of a cartoon, which could be interesting. The sad news about it is, for anyone who's a Curious George fan, and apologies to the writer, but the writer is going to be the person who wrote Downsizing. If you haven't seen that film already, it is currently on Netflix UK. It's all about reducing sizes of people, help on the planet, reducing everything down. Therefore, once reducing things, you'll have more money, you're saving the planet, so on and so forth, and you're about that big. Itself and the idea, I thought was fantastic, and it actually stars Matt Damon. Thought it was going to be a winner. We watched it recently and personally was very disappointed. Because of that, I don't know how that's going to affect a film such as Curious George. As I say, have you seen Downsizing? Let me know your thoughts on that. And plus, are you fussed about a Curious George film being made? Let me know. Next up is Clifford the Big Red Dog. Now, this is something I've never watched, but seen it briefly skip past my screen. It is all about a family that own a dog that is red and massive and is now getting its own live action film. There were some leaked images which I will show you right now. There's the first one where you can see it clearly hasn't been added on as yet, but straight after that, an image that leaked about 2 or 3 months ago is this one. This is Clifford in full size, and we can see the head there coming out of one of the doors, and could be really interesting. I have no idea, but I thought I'd let you know about it. Clifford the Big Red Dog is currently in the works of being made into a live action film. Were you a fan of the cartoons? Are you interested after all this time to get a live action remake? I have no idea if they're still even making this as a series. Let me know. Next up is Back to the Looney Tunes, and a solo film that I'm really excited about due to what the story is going to be about and how it became. Wiley Coyote versus the Roadrunner. Straight off the bat, what do you think? Good idea? Bad idea? Listen to the plot. Variety gave us this back in December, and I hope this is still staying as it is because the plot sounds absolutely brilliant. It's all about Wiley Coyote suing Acme, which Acme is the company he always buys his products from when he's trying to go after the Roadrunner, whether it's dynamite, explosives, rockets, etc. All of these things are bought from Acme, and he is suing that company as all of the products have always let him down and never been able to catch the Roadrunner. It sounds like a fascinating idea, and there's so much you could do with it. Is it going to be a big court case with loads of switchbacks to different scenarios? It is live action. Is the animation going to be 2D? What do you think of the plot? I think it's fascinating, and I'm really pleased to see that we're getting, out of all the characters, a solo movie on someone like this. It's so easy to go for Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, those sort of characters, which, don't get me wrong, I would still watch it if those films came out. But Wile E. Coyote versus the Roadrunner, What do you think? Could be a winner, could be hilarious, could be a pooper. Who knows? And finally, to finish off this family film episode is Power Rangers. Yes, we're getting another remake, reboot of Power Rangers. Now, if you're unaware of Power Rangers, you must have been living under a rock, because Power Rangers has been around for years and years. Early 90s, it was something I watched as a kid. I loved the original series, and from there we've had endless amounts of series and films which have either gone straight to DVD or some originally in the cinema. They have changed it to try and keep up with the times over the years. There's been Ninja Power Rangers, Turbo Power Rangers, Dinosaur Power Rangers, endless amount. But for some of you who may have been excited like I was, in 2017 we got a remake of an original film just called Power Rangers. I actually quite enjoyed it. Not a fan of the end myself, but liked what they were supposedly leading on to. This new Power Rangers film coming out is just completely forgetting that film, which is really sad. But what I am interested in is the new plot idea for Power Rangers. It was a Hollywood Reporter who announced what this new plot idea was. The plot idea is all around time travel. Teenagers get sent back in time to the 90s and they've got to figure out a way of getting them back to the present. That's the idea, and it very much leads to this whole Back to the Future style idea. Will it be, have they got to fight their way back? Has the villains got the time portal and they're the ones holding it from them, so they've got to defeat them to get back? I have no idea. That was announced way back in December. But what do you think? Do we need another Power Rangers film? As I say, after 2017's version, which as I say, quite enjoyed, just not a fan of the end, do we need another one? Are we just going to get the same thing again, but just a slightly different story? Or is it the story that we need? Is it something completely different for the Power Rangers? Who knows? That's all I've got time for today, and here's a quick recap. Space Jam 2 is currently in the works with LeBron James. Villain supposedly is Don Cheadle, and we've got so many of the Warner Brothers characters apparently going to be featured in it, such as the Wicked Witch of the West, The Mask, Pennywise, the Joker, and so much more. Have a Google. Trust me, there's so much information and so many bits and pieces coming out of the woodwork all the time. Lilo and Stitch live action straight to Disney Plus, more than likely. What do you think? Do we need it? Is it possible? Will it be good? Let me know. Curious George is being made with the writers of Downsizing. This to me sounds disappointing in advance, but I might be completely wrong. Clifford the Big Red Dog. Were you a fan of the cartoons as a kid? Would your kids appreciate this as a film now? Who knows? Has it been too long? I don't know. Wile Coyote versus the Roadrunner as a live action film based around Sue and Acme. I'm fascinated by this idea and cannot wait to see what they do. And finally, Power Rangers is being rebooted again, skipping past the 2017 version. What do you think of all that family film news? I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, if you have, subscribe to my channel. I've been Norton Film and Review, and I cannot wait to keep doing these videos for you. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.